Well, hello there, folks. In this video, I wanted to discuss something. I wanted to pose something to the audience here on YouTube, right? And what I want to pose is essentially the idea that people actually tell us what they know by what they do. I'll say it again. People demonstrate to us actually what they know more so by what they do than what they say. So let me give you an example. So I would like you to imagine that I say, empathy is really, really important. And being an active listener, that's really, really important. But if you're sharing something with me, and I'm actually not able to be empathetic, to be a good listener, and to actually be in a curious mindset, well, I would postulate that maybe I don't actually know that active listening and empathy is really, really important. You see, I have discovered that a lot of times people will say, I know it is X, but I do the opposite, okay? And for example, I don't know, leadership and, transparency and, fancy word is important. But do I act it out? Do I use it? Well, maybe not all the time. Maybe I actually don't do those things that I actually say are important. And I would postulate that you could know the definition of something cognitively. You can know it. You can be able to recite it. But until you're actually living it, I would say that maybe you don't actually know it within your body, right? And so I would say that a lot of the world of training and presenting and behavioral modification, or, healing or human transformation, is a lot about taking what we actually know intellectually and embodying it and acting it out. And when I see people posting things on Facebook or, saying things on YouTube clips or, even in a company meeting or whatever it may be, I would say it's not just myself, but everybody has always got the congruency filter on. Now, the congruency filter is, are you living it and breathing it? Are you, the person speaking it, saying it, actually doing it? Now, when we actually realize that there is a massive difference between intellectually knowing something and living it in our body and our actions, it's very hard for us to not raise our levels of self-accountability and going, okay, well, I just said active listening is important. In the last conversation I just had, how present was I there for that person I was talking to? How present was I? Was I fidgeting? Was I focused on other things? Was I actually being empathetic? And I see it really a lot in, people saying about this or that of, someone they know or someone they don't know. And it's like, even in a company environment, I know the policy and the procedure, but do I follow it? And I would say that there is a big difference between knowing and doing. And essentially our job as trainers and facilitators is to bridge that gap between the knowing and the doing. And I would really say that we don't know something until we've walked it out and we've got the human experience of actually using the thing, doing the thing, and having that full cyclical completion of the knowledge, right? Now, a great example I use is the idea of being on an aeroplane and the life jacket analogy. And if you've been following my content, you may have heard this one before. But this is simply the idea of, I have sat on many, many aeroplanes before. I've watched the safety demonstration many times before. But I would postulate that if that airplane's crashing and I got 90 seconds to put on that life jacket, I've actually got zero confidence, to be able to say that I could actually put that life jacket on in the case of an emergency. And, I asked my audiences, why might that be? And the answer is pretty simple. I've never done it before. I've never actually reached down, got the life jacket and put it on. And as a result, I've got zero confidence I actually could do it in the case of an emergency. And I would actually say a lot of head knowledge and the no side of things is very similar to that in regards to life. So we all say transparency is important. Well, when was the last time you're actually transparent with someone? We often say emotional intelligence is very important. Okay, great. When's the last time you used your emotional intelligence? We all say active listening, very important. Great. When's the last time you actively listened? You know, we all say setting a goal is important. Great. When's the last time you set a goal, right? Or, you know, setting an intention or chunking down or whatever the concept may be. When's the last time you did it? And I would say that you only really know if someone knows something by how they walk it out, not how much they sprout it out, if that makes sense, all right? So I just wanted to do this video because I see so much of a divide with humans in regards to people not walking their talk or not actually embodying what they expect other people to actually walk out themselves, if that makes sense. On that note, folks, hope you got some value from the video. It was a little bit of a longer one, but there was a lot to say on this topic. Hopefully you got some value from it. The no versus the do, and the trainer's job is to bridge that together and help someone make that first step to the transformation that they want, or they've said they want, or that they sprout that they want. On that note, folks, hope you got some value. Like, comment, share. Let's get the message out there. Thanks so much for watching and supporting the channel. My name is Mark Miles, helping you become an even better trainer and facilitator here in Australia and beyond. And if you haven't got a copy of my latest book, highly recommend that you do it. And it's all about how you can become an even better influencer, trainer, presenter in the online space if you are running workshops. Thanks so much for watching, team. We'll see you on the next one.